Pretty far down the road with the project. Things are looking pretty good, but I can't get the clutch to drain. And I thought the problem might have been a bad clutch line. Now these lines, I'm told by a lot of guys, tend to fail. And supposedly what happens is this flexible section right here will collapse internally and prevent fluid from flowing through. So could that be the problem? Heck, for a few bucks I decided to go ahead and change it just to eliminate that possibility. And so there is now a new clutch line in place that I know is not going to be a problem. But I still can't get fluid to flow. So maybe the master cylinder has failed, because I've just got nothing. I've got no pressure at all. All right, guys, sorry for the audio quality. I'm just out of batteries here, and my wireless mic's dead. Hello from France. Jean, thank you for joining us. So this is the master cylinder out of the wrecked car. Did you see how fast that was? I'm gobsmacked. It's dumbfounded. I'm pretty sure, even though that's an 89 and this is a 94, I'm pretty sure that this component will pop right back in here. You have the brake fluid reservoir has a line that comes out of one side and provides fluid to the clutch system here. So it's a shared reservoir. And that clutch line connecting to this, I think, is going to be a pain in the butt on this car. It's pretty simple over there. In order to get up all the way back in there to get the line off the master cylinder on this car, I'm using what's called a crowfoot wrench. So it's this little guy right here, a little 13mm guy. See that? And so you just insert it on the end of an extension, 3/8" extension, right? And then I will get the clutch line here. I will get that over the clutch line, and then using a ratchet break it loose. Otherwise it's impossible to get to. So you're going to get a look at my backside while I bend over here and get this on. Okay, so inside to go harvest the master cylinder out of this one. Whew. Major ass pain. Okay guys, moment of truth. Here is the master cylinder that I suspect has been in the car for 25 years. So this cap is all worn with a hole in it. The shaft itself is extremely rusty, and I have no idea how functional that thing was. But you know what? It don't matter, because I got a newer one I'm putting in right now. Alright. That end is fitted. Yay! Now we're going to fight the battle on this end. So this is the port for the bleed nipple, and down below is the feed line. So here is our clutch line. Now we'll see how much of a fight this end is going to be. Right? There is a metal rod that sticks into your flywheel here and comes through the throwout bearing and through the throwout bearing and the slave cylinder, and then it continues back this way where it engages with a splined gear set that is driven by chains. So power comes out the front of the engine, is transmitted by that shaft to the chains, which go down, and then that turns a rod that transmits the power back into the transmission. So what a weird little setup that is, but you know, it does make working on these clutches a hell of a lot easier, right? Oh, from the Netherlands, is it Jeroen? Is Jeroen, is that how we say your name? Welcome aboard. So glad to have you here. This is very cool. I love the international nature of the Saab community. The goal of this whole situation was to bleed this clutch, and so I'm going to go connect the compressor, and we're going to try the vacuum bleeding thing again. oh yeah, that is working. Okay, so what happens here is you've got fluid coming in the line that we just reattached. Now what you want to watch for is this bellows extending and pressing against these fingers on the pressure plate. And if that's happening, then you know you've got good clutch release. Yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! Woohoo! That's a victory. This car now has almost all the mileage wear items have been replaced. I'm going to run down the list again because it just makes me feel good. So as you just saw, it's got a clutch, slave cylinder, disc, pressure plate. Now it's got a new clutch line. It's got a new clutch master cylinder. It's got starter, alternator, water pump, knock sensor, O2 sensor, yada yada yada. I'm done. That just felt so good to get that thing done. I feel like you're all part of the project now. Really appreciate you hanging out, and thanks for your advice all along the way. It was great. As I said earlier, it was like I really wasn't working alone here in the garage, so that was fantastic. Thanks very much, guys. I hope you'll be sticking with me as we go forward.